Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, 2K just dropped a shocking surprise festival. Nobody saw this coming. Summer Festival drops tomorrow in NBA 2K25. My team with GOAT, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, as well as Invincible Ron Artest, Invincible Bob Pettit, 100 overall, Hito Turkoglu, and more here on NBA 2K25, my team. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's see. So this will obviously be a pretty cracked content drop, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's any real surprise about that. How many other cards will we probably see? I want to go look at the festival cards again that they dropped in the glitched festival. How many glitched festival players were there? It was like 22, 23, something like that, 23 maybe. And I do think we'll probably see, we got two Invincibles and we have one GOAT card, obviously. Kareem's going to be insanely expensive. I would think ARTEST and Pettit will be pretty unattainable as well, realistically, without spending money. But maybe, just maybe, the 100 overalls will be attainable. I'm crossing my fingers that Hito and the other 200 or 300 overalls they add will be good. My thought is that we have the one GOAT card, two Invincibles, maybe 300s, 4 Dark Matters, 5 Opals, and 3 or 4 Pink Diamonds. I don't know. Something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if all the player rewards are at least Pink Diamond and up at this point, considering packs for Pink Diamond and up the last 2 weeks. Well, they were actually Dark Matter and up in the Tuesday drop. It was Pink Diamond up on Friday, so last Friday, I should say. So I think we'll probably get Pink Diamond and up at this point, and hopefully we see some really elite level cards, like some of the lower tier cards, the Dark Matters, the 100 overalls, some guys who are attainable. The 100 overalls need to be attainable for free. We cannot have another event where you can't get like the GOAT cards. You have GOAT cards, Invincible cards, 100 overalls, and Dark Matters. If the only cards that are realistically attainable for free are the 4th tier of card, that Dark Matter, that's not acceptable. You know what I mean? And I don't expect 2K to like make this event all of a sudden so great and this is going to be the best festival they've done. That's not going to happen. Let's be realistic here. This will probably be very similar to the GOAT festival, or sorry, to the Glitched festival and the Signature Series festival, where it is mainly a money grab, and there is some positive there that you can take advantage of as a no money spent or as your low money spent player to add certain players and maybe add a little bit of MT with your extra pieces. And I'm sure the grindability of it will be very similar as well, probably realistically. I'm just thinking, because we're probably going to have GOAT pieces, Invincible pieces, 100 overall pieces, Dark Matter pieces, Galaxy Opal pieces, Pink Diamond pieces. Will we have Diamond, Amethyst, and Gold pieces still? I don't really know, but I don't know. I hope this is good. I don't have super high hopes that it actually realistically is going to be, though. I want it to be good, but I don't know if it's actually going to be. It's really just an excuse for 2K to squeeze for as much money as possible. I predicted a Invincible or GOAT Kareem when I predicted this event a couple days ago, and imagine that. 2K is very easy to read at this point. It isn't insane guesswork anymore to get these predictions right. And I predicted a Kareem, and look at that. GOAT Kareem. Obviously, he's going to be 99 everything. He's going to have every single legend badge. That's what makes a GOAT card. And he'll have perfect SIGs just like the Invincibles do, in that he'll have Darius Garland and Francis escape, or Francis size up and Trey or Curry or Kemba escape with Trey behind the back. Like, the card's going to come out and be really, really good. I don't think there's any real doubt about that. I think the expectation is that Kareem's going to be exceptional. Is he going to be that much better than the other power forwards we have right now, though? Realistically, no. Is he going to be anything better than the 3rd best center in the game? Realistically, no. Behind Yao and Invincible Webby. Look, is this card going to be insane? Absolutely. Is he going to be worth the $2,000 that it probably takes to get him? Even if he was the best card in the history of my team, the answer would obviously be no. The answer is significantly more no. You know what I mean? Like, I personally think this is going to be the first festival where hopefully people don't just go all in to spend all the money in the world to try to get these cards. We'll see. It does seem like people have just been willing to spend for most of these festivals. And I do think that this is a good one here where maybe we don't do that. You know what I mean? There will still probably be Hoff boxes, and depending on how good the Hoff boxes are, they may or may not be worth potentially opening. But look, there's enough cards that can compete, man. Is this Kareem going to be that much worlds better than Dikembe Mutombo's Dark Matter? Honestly, sure, he'll be better, but no. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, skill matters, and the game's going to 2K is going to keep games close regardless, even when you play against a pay-to-win team. And sometimes you're going to lose because your opponent's team is better than yours. And sure, if you play a really good player with a great team, you're probably going to lose. Like it's not going to be the most fun game for you at the end of the day. But you just kind of have to accept that the pay-to-win aspect of this game is kind of here to stay. Cards like Kareem are just going to be inaccessible for 95+% of the community. And you're not going to play against these cards that much anyway. That's the other beautiful part about an event like this, is you're probably not going to see very many Ron Artests or Bob Pettits, and you're going to see basically no Kareem Abdul-Jabbars. And then, I mean, Artest and Pettit are interesting cards. Sure, Artest is 6'7" shooting guard. We're getting 2 other invincible shooting guards tomorrow in Kawhi and Carmelo, who'll be just as good as this Artest card, if not maybe better. We already have Invincible Dr. J, Invincible KD. We have another couple of really good shooting guards. Like, Artest isn't game-breaking. You know what I mean? He's going to be good, but he's not a card you have to panic about playing against. Bob Pettit, awesome card, sure, but he's not as good as Giannis. He'll be the 2nd, 3rd, 4th best small forward in the game. And he'll be a good card, for sure. But if you can't get these top 3 cards, that's totally fine. I'm probably not going to get these top 3 cards. My hope is that there will be at least 1 or 200 overalls that are able to be attained for free, though. It'd be really nice if the 100 overalls worked kind of similarly to the way that the Dark Matters have the last couple events, where they're like pretty easily attainable and you can get multiple of them, because that would be fire if you could get like, I don't know, let's say you could get 2 of the 100 overalls, or maybe even 3 of the 100 overalls, depending on how much you grind and if you complete everything for free, because that'd be really, really cool. Because like Hito Turkoglu, that's a 6'10" point guard. That is a card that could easily have the skill set to be one of the very best point guards in the game. He's 6'10". If he has good sigs and a change jumper, he's one of the better point guards in the game, considering your best point guards right now are obviously pretty much all your invincible point guards, and then 100 overall Ben Simmons. Those are your top point guards. I don't see why this card couldn't be better than Gary Payton and all of the non-100 overall, non-invincibles, except for maybe Ben. Like, if he's the 6th or 7th best point guard in the game and he's attainable for free, that is a W in my book for this event. We need cards like that in this event to be legitimately attainable for the community, though, in all honesty. So we'll see what happens. Like it said, it still says rack up wins against cross MyTEAM modes, pull vibes packs, and complete challenges to collect event cards you can exchange for Elite Festival rewards. This will likely look exactly the same as all the other festival events, where there will be very little real grindability to it outside of the specific challenges 2K gives us. The pieces you get from winning game modes aren't going to be worth enough to actually grind for anything meaningful. But at the end of the day, there are some positives to something like this. The way that you can make a little bit of MT with your leftover pieces is nice. The ability to get free 10 bucks, free legend badges, free budget players that are like really good cards. There's always going to be a couple of good event cards. Like, there is going to be some good about this, 100%. And it does give you something to do in MyTEAM. You know what I mean? It's going to create content for people to participate with. Problem is, look at the free content they gave us this week. Free Dark Matters. They were good cards. But look what they give us on Friday. Magic, Kawhi, Carmelo, Kareem, Ron Artest, Bob Pettit, all invincible and up, all going to be insane, all you're going to have to spend money for. And maybe if we're lucky, we'll get like a free 100 overall and some free cards that are half decent this weekend, which would be nice, yes. But the pay-to-winness of the game mode certainly has not slowed down a bit and doesn't look like it's going to here in the near future. So take that for what you will. If you can't play the game without spending money, in my personal opinion, you probably shouldn't be playing it. So I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.